Many of you may know her. She was part of the CK campus for a period of time, Karole Johnson, but when she was here, she had different hair, so when she walked in today, they were like, who's this? It's Karole. The Seeds of Grace. Hi, Karole.
Hi, I'm glad to be here.
Glad you're here. It's a long day, right, for gatherings?
Yeah, it's a long day. I'm going to take a nap though, so I'm feeling pretty fresh.
Well, I wanted to invite Karole to be here and just share. God gave her really clear vision, actually her napkin dream, and what it is that He put in her heart. So I want you to share that with everyone. What did God say to you?
Yeah, so about 2 years ago when I was in Mexico on a mission trip to build feeding centers with the Mazatlan building team, God put on my heart that I'm not there to build feeding centers, but I'm there to receive a different mission, and that mission is to build organic and sustainable gardens to feed His children. And so I came home from that trip and put together Seeds of Grace and started, talking about it like crazy, and went back on a vision trip with Wes and a few other leads from this campus and others, and then went back the following April, 1 year later, and built our first garden in Mexico. And as soon as we got home, that garden feeds 60 to 100 children daily now. But as soon as we got home, as soon as we got home, God put on my heart that Mexico is not the only place He wants us to feed His sheep. So we started building gardens here. And we've got 2 gardens so far in Kitsap County that have so far produced over 600 pounds of groceries for Bremerton Food Line and the recipients thereof. So that's good. He's doing good things.
Okay, well, He's doing some pretty awesome things, but you had to take a pretty big step of faith and throughout this journey. So what was the biggest big step you took?
Well, I have a really bad tendency to argue with God when He tells me to do something. And when He first put this on my heart throughout the process of building this feeding center, it was difficult for me to understand. I didn't understand what He wanted me to do, and so I would say, I don't understand, God. What do you want me to do? He'd say, if you have to ask, you're not ready to know. And I would go, yes, I am. and so, after about a week of this, arguing back and forth, I finally said, well, then make me ready. And it was that very next day that He put that vision on my heart so clearly. It was just so vivid and clear that I had no choice but to say, okay, this is what we're going to do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the vision of Seeds of Grace?
So our mission is to build sustainable and organic gardens in impoverished neighborhoods around the world to feed God's sheep. And our plan is to, this summer, complete 5 gardens locally here in Kitsap County and 1 in Pierce County. And we really need your help. And then in November, we'll build another garden down in Mexico. Yeah, we need your help for that.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I believe there are some of you here tonight that God has given a dream, a napkin dream, when He says, here is your place on the wall, but taking that next step, and maybe it's being ready, or just taking that first step of courage. So I encourage you tonight, it may be that you find Karole in the lobby to hear more about Seeds of Grace. Maybe you chat with her just for some encouragement to take that first faith, that step in faith. And we also have a couple other New Life teams out there, the Mazatlan building team and Summer of the USA with Basque, who have found their place on the wall and know what dream God's given them and are moving forward in that. So I encourage you to be visiting them after the gathering and say hello and just receive that encouragement. So thank you for being here tonight, and I'll go ahead and direct your attention to the video.